I'm Jessica, and this is Brittany, and you're watching Pixie Dust Productions.
Today we're going to be discussing Disney's 1941 animated film Dumbo, about a young elephant born a little bit differently, who goes through a series of hardships until he meets exactly the friend he needs to propel him forward in life.
I've got to say, I watched this movie a lot of times growing up, and then after many years of not watching it, I did rewatch it in preparation for the live-action movie that came out in 2019. I was pleasantly surprised at how I felt about this movie watching it this time.
I had never seen this movie before, as far as I know. Like maybe when I was really little, but nothing that I can recall. I have not seen the 2019 live-action remake.
Can I just say that it's insanity that you hadn't seen the original Dumbo? Like, a lot of people haven't seen the live action, and don't bother, it's terrible. But
I do vaguely remember Disney's 1995 movie, Operation Dumbo Drop, with Bill Murray.
I've never heard of that in my life. Hey, that's crazy. Everybody has seen Dumbo. Who are you?
I've never seen it. I don't know. I've never seen it. But I was excited to see it because it was a classic film, and I had this idea in it that it was going to be really, really sad.
A lot of people say it's sad. A lot of people say they cry watching it, and it's not. I mean, there's a couple moments where you can acknowledge like that's a sad thing that happened, but it doesn't give you those feels, you know?
I loved it. It was so good. And there were so many fun little like moments throughout the movie. There was all of these little like cameos and stuff from other characters. In our last video, we talked about The Reluctant Dragon, which had footage of the behind the scenes studio tour with showing how they plugged sound into animation. And that was the train. Like that was Casey Jr. coming down the tracks in Dumbo. That was so cool.
Wait, when you watched The Reluctant Dragon, you didn't realize Casey Jr. was from Dumbo?
No, why would I know that? I'd never seen Dumbo. I had no idea.
I don't know. I just feel like you should have known that.
No, I had no idea. So that was so much fun to see. Lampwick was there in the audience of the circus.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Lampwick was totally there. When Mama Elephant swoops up that boy and spanks him, that's Lampwick.
Where does he get that stuff? How do you ever expect to be a real boy?
Oh, I remember thinking that he reminded me of him.
He's totally Lampwick.
What's he think I look like? A jackass?
The pink elephants, those remind me so much of the Heffalumps.
I don't like the pink elephants on parade scene. I'm probably
going to Heffalumps and Woozles. I
could do without it. And also, it makes no sense. You don't start hallucinating stuff when you're drunk. I think that I'm probably going to get like hate comments for saying this even.
We're finally going to get magic mail, all because Jessica makes sucky opinions. The tuxedo bib on the ringmaster, it kept rolling up in the ringmaster's face, just like Jim Darling.
George. For goodness sake.
From Peter Pan. So there's just like all these little treats, and I just enjoyed them all along the way. It was so much fun.
First of all, this is the cheapest animated movie Disney ever made, and that's due to Fantasia and Pinocchio's failures. They had to make it on the cheap, and it ended up making more than both of those movies combined. So that's pretty impressive. Also, Baby Mine. I love that song. It's just so iconic.
One's very sweet. Yeah, Dumbo actually won the Academy Award for Best Film Score that year. Baby of Mine was nominated for Best Original Song. It didn't win that, but they did win Best Film Score overall.
Good job, Disney. Yep. And then the fact that Dumbo is completely mute, but still manages to convey so much emotion, and you still know how he's feeling, what he's thinking. It still tells a story, and he doesn't even speak.
Yeah, it actually made me stop for a minute while I was watching the movie. All of a sudden, I realized, has he talked this whole time? I don't think he's spoken. And the crows, oh my gosh, I loved the crows.
Just to be sociable, I'll take your word.
That is a very controversial thing to say in the Disney community. People do not like that scene. People think that it's extremely racist. So, yeah.
Wait till we get to the big town.
Well, I'm going to risk it. Apparently, Disney thought that it was a good scene because they used that exact scene and relationship with Dumbo to inspire the vultures with Mowgli. They just repeated it. Richard Sherman called it a classic Disney concept. And DreamWorks also seemed to think it was okay because in Shrek, Donkey references the song When I See an Elephant Fly, because he's like,
you might have seen a house fly, maybe even a super fly, but I bet you ain't never seen an elephant fly.
Dumbo, I knew you could do it.
and,
Oh, that's right.
so DreamWorks is apparently saying it's okay too.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just telling you.
It was good. However, I was very disappointed when I learned that in 2001, they released the 60th anniversary edition and featured a sneak peek at the sequel, including storyboards. And then they switched directors and that sequel's not happening anymore.
What?
Yep, it was taking place starting the very next day. It involved several different friends that Dumbo makes along the way, and it was even supposed to have a backstory about his dad.
Disney's crazy. One thing that kind of upsets me is that we still refer to this character as Dumbo when that was a name that they called him to make fun of him. That's not what his name is.
Mm-hmm. I've been making it a point to call him Jumbo Jr. because when I found out that it was his actual name, I was just as upset about Hagrid's cake.
Do you want to explain that?
No.
Even Timothy Mouse calls him Dumbo.
Who was going to correct Timothy? Dumbo who doesn't talk?
I guess. Even though I enjoyed this movie so much more this time around, it still is a very slow movie. Did you sort any characters?
I did. I sorted one character.
Me too. We probably sorted the same character.
We probably did. Was it Timothy?
Yes, it was Timothy.
All right, so Timothy is really good at creating his desired outcome. He understands the power of communication. He strategizes how to most effectively propel an idea forward. He bases his delivery on the audience at hand. He reminds me quite a bit of a reverse Jiminy Cricket.
But it's funny that you said that he's a reverse Jiminy Cricket because I wrote in my notes, he is everything Jiminy Cricket should have been. I love this character so much. He's my favorite character in the movie. I had a hard time sorting him though, and I still don't think I'm 100% decided because I keep flipping back and forth between two houses. To me, you are describing a Slytherin.
I'm absolutely describing a Slytherin, and he's wonderful for it.
Slytherin.
He's completely a Slytherin. He sees the bottom line. He sees how to get there.
Why is he going to go out of his way to help Jumbo Jr., who he's never met before? Like, what does he get out of that? I put Gryffindor / Hufflepuff.
Whoa. Okay, so I can see the Gryffindor in the fact that he kind of reminds me of Hermione taking on Spew.
Because I said he's everything that Jiminy Cricket should have been, I feel like he is like the Gryffindor that Jiminy Cricket should have been. Just the fact that he cares so much about Dumbo, and I'm not saying Slytherins can't be caring, they really can.
Well done, Draco. Well done.
But this is somebody he's literally never met before. And that to me feels more Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. To be the hero.
I think that Slytherins can be heroes, first of all.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And because you are so confident that he is a Slytherin, and I'm kind of like wishy-washy about whether he's Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. So
I'll take it on the merit that one of us is confident about it and the other one hasn't made a firm footing. But I'm also willing to let the audience decide and just call it a draw until then.
I like that. So we know he's not a Ravenclaw. At least we know that.
Right.
You guys comment and let us know. What is Timothy Mouse? Is he Slytherin, Hufflepuff, or Gryffindor? Yeah, I'm very interested to see what other people think. So that brings us to the moral of the story. And the moral of the story is that we shouldn't be ashamed of what makes us different. We should embrace our differences and use them to our advantage. So many times we don't realize our differences are gifts that make us special.
Yeah, I love that. That's perfect. I felt like there was a lot of little tiny morals sprinkled through to just make it an overall really rich movie, in my opinion. Mrs. Jumbo showed us that if you act with your emotions as the forerunner, there's going to be consequences, even if you're coming from a place of love. The rest of the elephants showed us that gossip is never attractive, and pridefulness leads to destruction, both for yourself and for others. The clowns showed us that it's really easy to become blinded by the prospect of your own success and completely take advantage of someone else. Jumbo Jr. showed us that sometimes life takes a big elephant-sized crap on our heads, and it's completely out of our control, but we have to try to come out the other end anyway. And Timothy showed us that no matter how small we are, we can make a big difference.
That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
This is the most amazing movie.
You took away so much from that movie. Like, that is so beautiful. I'm so mad at myself for like having negative feelings about this movie. Because
I'm so glad we went on this adventure and I've finally gotten around to watching it, and your perspective has changed, because this movie was amazing. It was sweet. It was full of good messages. The characters that have previously made cameos in other movies were fun to watch. It was just really overall a great experience. As a result of how amazing it was, I give it 5 popcorn kernels and rank it as number 2 on my Disney movie favorites list, above Pinocchio and below Fantasia. I will definitely watch it again many, many more times.
wow, that is a lot of popcorn kernels, girl.
This one gets it all. My only
Okay.
regret is that I didn't see it sooner.
Wow, you feel very strongly about this movie. Okay, I went ahead and gave this movie 3.5 popcorn kernels. I thought it was cute and inspiring. I thought it had a great moral. However, just like the last movie that we watched, it's not one that I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to watch again. It was very hard for me to find a spot on my list for this movie. I went back and forth for a while, and I ended up putting it in 3rd place. So this movie is going to go right below Snow White and right above The Reluctant Dragon for me. Okay, so in our most recent poll, we asked you guys if you preferred the movie Pinocchio or The Reluctant Dragon, and once again, Pinocchio won. So he is the reigning champ for your guys' list. If you head over to our Facebook page, you will see a new poll on there. We're going to be asking you whether you prefer Pinocchio or Dumbo. So go ahead and vote on that, and we'll reveal those results in the next episode. Feel free to follow us on our social medias. They'll all be linked below. If you have any questions or comments you want to share with us, you can email us or send those in a comment or on our social medias, and we will respond to those in our Magic Mail segment next month. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. And next month, we're going to be discussing Bambi. And Bambi can be found on Disney+. So if you guys want to, you guys can watch that and join along in our discussion next month. Other than that, I think we're good to go, right?
We're good. See you later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching. Bye!
Shove Cheerios like forcibly in people's mouths because you were going to have them.
He's so different.
A current event assaulting my face.
So disgusting. And
Yep. She's like an emotional vigilante.
I was picturing like hamsters on wheels, though. I was like, that's where my head went. I was like...